let's play a little game of matching the power tool to the battery, shall we? So these are my two drills. Is that the right way round? Of course not. That just doesn't make sense. What about that? Is that the right way round? You'll be surprised to hear that we actually had it right the first time, because now these two work. Confused? It's a well-known fact that once you start buying power tools and you choose a particular battery platform and brand, the chances are you're going to stick with them forevermore. Most of us start with buying a bit of a pack, probably a drill that's a bit of a twin pack, so maybe two batteries and a drill like this. This is something that I bought many years ago. This is a DCD 776 that's still selling, would you believe, but it's worked well. And you get a couple of small batteries and a charger with it, which really sort of kicks you off into your power tool journey. But once you've got that, it doesn't take long before you might have invested in other tools like I've got here, like an angle grinder or impact driver or saw or jigsaw, at which point you're pretty much tied in to that one particular brand, because now you've got hundreds of pounds worth of tools all running through the same battery, so you can't really ditch them all and choose a different company. Most people at that point decide to go all in and buy extra large batteries to add to their collection, and that's it, them set for life. And a lot of the companies realise this as well. That's why you do get some good offers when it comes to twin packs and starter packs, because the companies know if they've got you at that point, the chances are you'll stay with them forever. However, there is an alternative, which is what you saw at the start, and it is a battery adapter, which is pretty much what the name suggests. It's a lightweight piece of plastic with some electrical connections in the top and bottom, and it sits between the tool and the battery. So essentially you can use one make tool with someone else's battery. Now, because of that, and because of the layout of the adapter, you do have to buy them for the specific layout that you're after. This one is particularly a Makita at the top, so it fits a Makita, and at the bottom it's designed for DeWalt. So then your DeWalt battery clips into the bottom, and suddenly you've now got a Makita drill driven by a DeWalt battery. Now, there's two things about this. Weight wise, it doesn't make a lot of difference because it is really very lightweight. However, as you can imagine, it does add maybe 30 millimeters to the depth of it. There's no getting around that because you need space to actually put the battery and put the power tool in. And I've got another version here, which is a Makita top, a Makita tool, now being driven by a Bosch battery. So you can get them in lots of different configurations, whether it's Ryobi or Makita or Milwaukee or DeWalt. And I suppose it does mean that if you get given tools that don't necessarily match your battery platform, you can very easily and very quickly buy some sort of adapter that means you can use them. Or if there's a particular tool in a different make, let's say Ryobi, who produce tools like there's no tomorrow, there's a particular tool that isn't produced by DeWalt or Makita, you can buy just the adapter and use that tool with your standard battery platform. Now these are around £15–16 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. You may get them a little bit cheaper on eBay, but they may not be such good quality. I've got a couple of versions here, as you just saw. These two versions are designed for the Makita at the top, and this one is DeWalt at the bottom, and this one I think is Bosch at the bottom. Both of these also have a USB slot in the top, so if you wanted to power a phone, say, then you could potentially put a battery in, and if you're on site you could power your phone from your power tool battery. As I said, they're really lightweight. I've not weighed them, but they don't weigh very much at all. The biggest drawback is that they add about another 30 millimeters to your battery, so the power tool does get a little bit chunky. But in an emergency, if you've got power tools of one make and batteries of another, or if you have a collection, this might be handy in your toolbox just in case you run out and then suddenly everything is interchangeable. The one thing you can potentially do once you've got an adapter on your battery is then put it in a charger to charge a Bosch battery from a, say, Milwaukee charger or DeWalt charger. Now, I wouldn't necessarily advise that, and I've not tried it. There's probably nothing wrong with it, but putting someone else's battery in another charger might just send this over the edge. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. However, it does mean that you can use different tools with different batteries. So if you do have an occasion where it might be handy to change things up a little bit, it might be useful, especially if you've got different types and you've got a collection of different batteries. It might be something useful just to get you out of a sticky position. And it may mean that it allows you to buy a particular tool in one make that you've got no intention of buying all the batteries and the chargers of, just so you can use it for a particular job and have that adapter just for that particular tool without having to change your battery platform. Just an idea. Hope you found this interesting. I will see you next time.